Forward with the lab, we're gonna go towards code injection. We're gonna work with code execution. Code execution comes from a lack of filtering and our escaping of user-controlled data. When you are exploiting a code injection, you will need to inject code within the information you are sending to the application. For example, if you want to run the command ls, you will need to send the system ls to the application since it's a PHP application. Um, as with an SQL injection, we can use the same value technique to test and ensure we have a code injection. So, moving on forward to the example number one. Is a trivial code injection. If you inject a single quote, nothing happens. However, if you get a better idea of the problem by injecting a double quote. We're gonna use this second example right here. So we're gonna copy this. We're gonna go to example number one. Name hacker. We're gonna add the quote, the double quote. Then we're gonna add the system immune A. We're gonna close this, add this, and then code this too. And if we hit enter, we see here that the information of that we want. So for the second example, when ordering information, developers use two methods: order by an SQL request or usort in a PHP code. The function usort is often used with a function create function to dynamically create the sorting function. By injecting a single quote, we can get an idea of what's going on. The source code is as follows, as we can see right here. And so now that we want to finish the code, we're going to go to injection number two. We get the database table that we've been seeing in previous exercises. But now we're going to alter the URL, and we're going to add the following, the following information. So we see order ID, so we can just copy this. We get order ID system, and we hit enter, and we get the information that we need from the code injection. Moving forward to example number three, as we talked earlier about regular expression modifiers with multiple line regular expressions, another very dangerous modifier exists in PHP. PCRE replace eval. This modifier will cause function preg replace to evaluate the new value as a PHP code before performing the substitution. So we'll need to change the pattern by adding the e modifier, and once we have this modifier, we should get the response here. So example number three, we come here. So we get this. Replace it, and you see here that we are adding the replace eval, and if we hit enter, we get the Linux DBN information and all the information that we need. Now for our example number four, this example is based on the function assert. When we use the function correctly, the function will evaluate the value received. By injecting a single quote or a double quote, depending on the way the string was declared, we can see an error message indicating that the PHP tried to evaluate the code. We can try this, and yeah, so we go ahead to go number four, replace this with a useful code, hit enter, and we get all the PHP information once again. That would conclude our examples for the file code injection.